his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Waking Jake in the morning, Waking Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Suck me, Jake. Suck me, Jake. Whoa! Good morning, Bakers. That was Nick Bubak on the intro music there. Tweet at him, suck me, Jake. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's the freaking weekend, baby. We're about to having some fun. I think R. Kelly didn't he get in trouble again the other day? They got him on tech stuff or something?
I think they just officially he's guilty. Is that what it is?
Of the real stuff?
I don't know.
I thought they got him
I know
on.
he just got a thing, and people were like,
R. Kelly,
Isn't
this
this
is
a
the
couple
last
years
time I
overdue?
Googled this. R. Kelly is found guilty of 9 counts of racketeering and sex trafficking. Whoa!
Sounds like they got him for some, but not all of it.
What's going on, everybody? Philosaurus in the chat, not linked to any of those R. Kelly things. Cad, Chamberlain, Normal Dog, Sam, Fayao, everyone in the chat, thank you guys. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're about to have the best weekend of your life. Big sports going on. BBD with the fresh cut. God, making me feel a little hollow. I'll show a little more chest and chain to try to make up for it. This Cerveceros jersey is a little bigger. This might be the XL. I'm
guessing that's the XL.
I think I sent my large to former roommate Jeff, as he is a Cerveceros fan. The Cerveceros were in the news. Might hear about Devin in a little bit. That sucks. That really sucks. Let me pop out the chat. Get my settings. BBD with the tight cut. I mean, lemons into limes with the trimming of the beard into the high fade now. Absolute power play. Power plays only. We're up to 4.1 subs. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. As we normally do, our audience leans baseball. So we start out with some baseball. I don't think there's a game of the night. I think we're going to get into game of the nights pretty soon.
Yeah.
Max Scherzer stumbled. Corbin Burns. People are talking. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I think where we start, I've been starting with the Yanks a lot because they have been the story, and
They're part of the biggest race.
I mentioned, where we have a lot of baseball fans, we have a lot of Yankee fans. So how about no? I won't do it first. We'll go. Take that, listeners. I'm going full Conan today. Take that, listeners. You're not going to hear what you want to hear today. Tampa Bay clinched the best record in the AL. Snaps. Seth Johnson, a minor leaguer for them, followed me on Instagram. So that's huge. We have friends within the organization now. What they're doing is insane. I said it during the Weekly Dumb the other day, but they should be respected as one of the best organizations in sports. But they're a joke because of their building.
Building more than any.
And they
other
don't have the
factor.
title.
Haven't won and don't have a guy.
If they get the title,
That's how they do it.
that conversation changes a little bit. Good for Tampa. They beat Houston last night. Houston in a little bit of a funk lately. They have the second best record in the AL, but they're kind of close to the White Sox. Does that matter at all? That matters for playoff series, right?
I think so. I think Houston's close to locking up 2 seed.
Yeah, they're one
But
game
it's
in the
not
one
done.
game in the win column, but it's 2 games in the loss column, which this time of year is tough to make
Assume
up.
That means magic number of 1 to lock that up.
1-2. Lock that up, Janiel. Anyways, kind of the American League story. The Yankees lose last night after winning the first night. They got up to a 7-game win streak. I can't speak for Yankee Nation because sure, every game is super important right now, but they did win 7 in a row. They lose a game to the Blue Jays that was a must-win game for them. They gave the Blue Jays a free run in a tie game, which you just can't do. You just can't do that. Or was it a tie game yet? Was it before that?
I think it was.
I think it was
part of the original.
Let's see.
Lead.
Let's see the runs. Garrett Cole, our ace of ace, and who we're hoping starts the wild card game if the Yankees are in the wild card game. He gets knocked around. He gives up 5 earned runs. Jose Barrios was lights out first couple times through the lineup. Then the Yankees started getting to him a little bit. The Yankees put up 2 to make it 2-4, and then the Gallo Gio error happened to make it 5-2. Yankees tied up at 5. I love that. Well, they left Higgy in. That was kind of crazy at the time, but especially, is Gallo hurt? Have we got anything on that? He leaves the game after a hit by pitch. Luke Voit looks injured after his pinch hit. John Romano comes in, closes it. Bo Bichette, I probably was the game of the night if I wasn't, shying away from doing Yankees first every day.
Joey Gallo is getting x-rays. He was unable to bat in the 9th. We'll see what we have overnight, Boone said.
Unable to bat in the 9th.
That was at 10:09 last night.
Yeah, I don't want to be hardo. He got hit a little above the wrist, kind of forearm. Mm-hmm. I guess we'll see what happens, but yeah, that changed a little bit of the outlook of the game. Tyler Wade ends up getting the last at bat.
Ran the bases and played the field after that.
Yeah,
which, you got to. You're hoping you're good by the time you come up again.
And normally the whole situation is, you've got the adrenaline going and it hasn't fully bruised yet. But who knows? The guy could have a broken forearm right now, so I can't really speak on that. Yankees lose 6-5. It's tough. Especially Barrios looks so good early. Your ace Cole gets knocked around. There's a lot of stuff. Clay Holmes, who'd been so good. He gives up what turns out to be the game-winning homer to Bichette after you gave them a free run. So I wasn't as deflated. I the Yankees are back on top of the wild card standings. They had a 7-game win streak. They lost the game last night. I don't know what to tell you. Toronto needed to win that game. So it makes tonight's game super important. If the Yankees had won last night, I kind of wouldn't have cared what happened tonight, especially Robbie Ray versus Kluber.
We'd obviously have loved the win.
Yeah, you want to win every game.
Winning this game against the Blue Jays always would have gone a long way.
Yeah. So, the Blue Jays basically needed it to not die. So it sucks how it goes down. You're going to lose baseball games. They just won 7 straight. I'm not mad about it, but it just puts a lot on tonight, which is Robbie Ray, who is now basically penned in to win the AL Cy Young unless the Yankees put up an 8 spot on him, which they haven't really done against bad pitching. Never mind Cy Young candidate Robbie Ray. And Corey Kluber, who I know if those of you who've been tracking Talking Yanks this year, that's probably been me and Jimmy's closest or furthest away opinion / issue with this team and their offseason moves. I think in a win-win move, we're basically getting a playoff start today. It's the Blue Jays. I think it's the 4th time the Blue Jays are going to see them. It's scary. The odds are stacked against Kluber. Robbie Ray is on the mound for them in Toronto. So Corey Kluber could earn a chunk of that $10 million contract tonight, or if he gets knocked around, that might clear up the Yankees for, potentially giving him a lesser role in the playoffs, if a role at all. So I'm interested to see how that goes down. Blue Jays won a game they had to win. Red Sox beat the Orioles. Kind kind of thank God for them, because if they didn't, my goodness, they had to after losing that first game. What'd they win, like 4-0, 5-0?
At least 6 at one point.
It got up to 6.
Or maybe
Good.
I was thinking
6-0.
of the Rays game.
Nope. 6-0 final after they lost the first game 4-2. They play tonight. Do they see Means or anything? Let's see who's on the bump for the Orioles tonight. Pivetta versus Alexander Wells. So Alexander Wells in a 7.61 ERA. Could be a tough matchup for the Orioles. Your wild card standings in the American League. The Yankees are a game up on the Red Sox for that home field in the first game. The Red Sox are the second team in the playoffs. They are a half game up on the Seattle Mariners, 9-1 in their last 10. Talking Baseball tweeted it out earlier. I think there's a butter knife stat, but I think since July 12th or something, they have the best record in the American League. The Mariners keep winning games. Good for them. They've got just good juju right now. Winners of 4 straight. Are they off tonight? They are off tonight, and then they have 3 versus the Angels, and the big Angels news is that they're not going to start Ohtani. So Seattle has a very real chance to run the table. Marco Gonzalez, Chris Flexen, who's having a really good for them, and Tyler Anderson. Angels starters aren't even listed. I think they're at that part of the season. Which is just shocking from the Los Angeles Angels. I would have never expected them to run out of pitching. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see some sort of combination of Packy, Naughton. I don't know. The Seattle Mariners have a very real chance to win their final 3 baseball games. A lot of good momentum. Kelnick, the monster prospect, is starting to go off. So Seattle's kind of real. They kind of haven't been all year. They're kind of real.
1-10 of 11.
Let me find the Talking Baseball tweet, because it was kind of a whoa tweet. Twitter.com app. Let me see. Talking Baseball. Luigi Fettuccini. The Mariners are 58-35 since June 12th. June. They've been the best record in the AL. I'll retweet that. That's impactful. So the Mariners deserve a little respect on their name. And I wouldn't bet against them winning all 3 in Seattle. Not at least 2 out of 3. I mean, the Angels are broken. They just benched Ohtani for the year. They don't have Trout. They don't have Rendon. Like, Seattle's going to win those 3 games. Yeah. Okay, so that's wild.
Seattle, we mentioned Kelnick in passing. It's pretty clear September cut date, and his September's nuts. 26 games, an 858 OPS. Everything before that, yeah, bad.
Right.
Rookie stuff.
Like, very bad. And that's baseball, baby. So, yeah, I mean, that, again, so Seattle does not play tonight. That amplifies the Blue Jays-Yankees game even more, because the Blue Jays could tie Seattle and be a half game out. Oh, my God, if Boston loses tonight and Toronto wins, they're all tied. Man, that Jeff Passan tweet, I kind of skipped it, but it's getting more real by the hour. Huge game for the Yankees tonight. And the Blue Jays. Athletics have to be eliminated.
I think they are mathematically out now, 4.5.
Yes.
4.5 with 4 to go.
Man.
Right.
It's a playoff game in Toronto tonight. Robbie Ray versus Corey Kluber. Man, that's going to be fun. We are recording Talking Yanks tonight after the game. We have some stuff going on at the office during the game. You'll probably hear more about that soon. If we wrap that up and the game's good, maybe we'll start streaming. We're going to be here.
Probably, yeah, if we're all here. Probably just
and it's a
this
good
round.
game.
but
Yeah. So that's
back
just
half.
a mini FYI.
It's on the table.
Red Sox. Whew. It's all right there. The wild card is every game matters. So, spinning from what I said last night, I'm even more sad that there's a drop pop-up that can't be missing pop-ups. Can't be missing pop-ups.
3 this week.
That's the American League. Meanwhile, in the National League, Cardinals have clinched. That was done. They will be playing. Are the Giants still 2 games up? I think so. Giants are still 2 games up. Every time I open up the standings this year, the Giants are on a win streak. They won 5 straight. They're 2 games up on the Dodgers with 4 to play? They have 104 wins. The Dodgers have 102 wins. Scherzer got knocked around a little bit last night, but they come back to win. Who did the Giants have this weekend? They have the Padres, right?
Yeah.
So they've got one more with the Diamondbacks tonight. They won 1-0 last night. God. They are sickos. They face the Snakes. Do the Padres have any of their pitchers going? Scott Kazmir versus Madison Bumgarner tonight? Where's my phone? I threw it to start the show.
Scott Kazmir versus Madison Bumgarner.
Scott Kazmir versus
Mad Bum in San Fran.
Scott Kazmir versus Madison Bumgarner. I'm tweeting that out. Scott Kazmir. Put Kazmir with an L, which felt kind of mean. Scott Kazmir versus Madison Bumgarner. 9:45 Eastern Time tonight. Playoff implications. Tonight. Playoff implications. Missions on the line. Versus my Snakes. And my Snakes. Must watch. Okay. Got that tweet out. Fire. That's wild. San Diego, their starters are not listed. They're done. Actually, they fought last night against Scherzer. I guess they deserve credit for that. Tatis didn't play. Not sure if that's just our season's over or what they're doing. What else in the National League? I mean, the Phillies suck. Oh, thank God.
They're dead.
I believe in sports. I believe in the power of sports. I believe in what the Seattle Mariners are doing right now. I believe in what the St. Louis Cardinals are doing right now. The Phillies, man. This is just who they are. I wish they weren't, man. I love Bryce Harper. Not a joke. I love Bryce Harper, man. That dude is as fun to watch on a baseball field as anybody. But everyone talked about how easy the Phillies' schedule was. And it's going to be a cakewalk. And they've got the percent favorites. They've lost 3 in a row. 2 to the Braves in games that, quote-unquote, were going to decide their season. And the game before that was to the Pirates. That was 6-0. These are the Phillies. The Braves go to sweep them tonight. Mathematically, have the Braves... No, the Phillies still technically are alive. I guess they'd have to win out and the Braves would have to lose out.
Yeah.
But that's not happening because the Braves are a well-run franchise and the Phillies just are proven not to be. I'm sorry. I like the people of Philadelphia. I like Bryce. I love Kyle Gibson, Didi, Girardi, all of it. The Phillies as a franchise, this is the same story.
They have anything but the benefit of the doubt organizationally.
Sorry, they are still alive. They have the Phillies have a 0.3% chance of making the playoff.
Yeah, swim dude in the chat. Phils have a chance.
So yeah, if they played out this scenario 1,000 times, the Phillies would make the playoffs in 3 of them. And I don't even know if that's right, to be honest with you.
That feels generous.
Feels high.
I found the last time, or what I assume is the last time, Scott Kazmir and Madison Bumgarner started in the same game. Not helpful information, but it was August 11th, 2015. Mad Bum won a complete game, 1 run, 12 Ks. He was on the Giants at the time. Kazmir with the Astros, 5.2, 2 earned.
Love it. Battle of the Southpaws in the Bay tonight.
3-1 final.
If you're the Dodgers, I guess Scherzer's lined up anyways. That's why he pitched last night. I mean, you just try to win until it's mathematically over. And maybe the Padres sneak up on them this weekend, but
Yeah.
no reason to
And
believe
Tatis
that.
can win a game by himself.
Yeah, Machado can, Tatis can. They still have a lot of talent. Are they going to, pitch Darvish? Or are they going to, end guys' season? I have no idea. That's on the back burner, what to watch. The National League is done.
They have all the teams, right?
Unless the Giants slip up, the National League is done. It would be Brewers, Cerveceros versus the Braves. And then it would be a Dodgers-Cards wild card unless the Dodgers can somehow catch the Giants. And Giants, you've done it this far. You're facing a dead Padres team. Shout out to the Giants crowd. It looked like an almost packed house last night for a Wednesday night Snakes game. The NL's pretty much done. The NL's pretty much done, where the American League, there's 2 teams that very much think they're going to make the 1-game wild card that will not.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Jays, Mariners, Red Sox, Yankees. 4 teams for 2 spots.
2 of those teams are going to end their season very sad.
So let's see.
I guess Mariners, you kind of can't be sad at this point. They're the only team that I think won't have their heart broken.
Yeah, if you're
in
a Mariners
in the
fan,
moment, of
yeah,
course. In the moment,
you're gonna have your heart broken. Let's see.
Red Sox, Yankees, Jays. At this point, all of you have had strangleholds on the top spot at different points,
Right.
and squandered it. So
let's see. It looks like the Red Sox have Pivetta tonight, Erod tomorrow. I'm assuming, is Sale okay? I'm assuming he's going to be pitching one of their last games, or are they trying to save him if they end up in a 163 type deal? That's interesting.
I would assume they want him for 163 or the wild card.
Yeah, they don't have their final 2 games listed.
Might need him to get there.
Nationals have Rogers, Josh Rogers, who's had a couple good outings. And he's the guy that did the Euro step on Jazz Chisholm. And then Nats are throwing Josiah Gray, who he's been getting hit around, but he's a big-time prospect, so wonder if any of them can play spoiler. Otherwise, the Nats are not good. The Yankees host the Rays. The Rays did fully clinch. So the Rays literally have nothing to play for. That being said, they are the Rays.
There's so much pitching, and you're going to see everyone.
You're going to see good pitching. They're going to play matchups on you. That's a little scary. This is a huge game for the Yankees and the Blue Jays tonight. If the Blue Jays fall behind, they finish with the Orioles, right?
Yeah.
This is a huge game tonight.
Yeah, they host the Orioles.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It feels like Toronto, Boston, and Seattle should both win out. I think Boston people may think I'm being half mean, but they're facing the Nats, a couple young pitchers that they haven't seen before. That's a little scary. Blue Jays are playing the Orioles. They're very familiar with them. And the Orioles stink. So do the Nats. The Mariners, you can lose a game to the Los Angeles Angels, but no Shohei, no Trout, no Rendon. I mean, you just took away their
None of
three
these
best
teams
players.
can afford to lose one.
Yeah, not really.
And certainly can't afford to lose two.
And then if you're the Yanks, man, if you win tonight, you're 91-68. No one else has a 68 in the L column. And only the Red Sox have a 69 in the L column. So basically you have 3 to play against Tampa, and you can essentially lose 1, and your season continues. Like
if the Yankees win tonight, you got to feel very good about having more season after Sunday. Whatever that's going to mean.
Right. It could be
a game 163.
Could be a road wild card game.
Game. I think
if
163 is against either other AL East team, they're on the road for that as well. They would host the Mariners if they're tied.
I guess the question is there going to be a 163?
It's on the table, and our Monday night plans change drastically.
So let's see. Kluber tonight. I mean, we're getting into Talking Yanks pregame show a little bit. Kluber tonight. Yankees have full bullpen except Clay Holmes against Robbie Ray and the Blue Jays. Whew! Holy Toledo. It is going to be silky tonight in Major League Baseball. So that's kind of the baseball catch-up. Yeah, Rays are throwing Patino, McClanahan, and Baz, who are 3 of their most talented pitchers. Right now for Sunday, Fangraphs has Luis Severino as the projected starter for the Sunday game.
That has to be.
That doesn't feel right.
That has to be they're figuring out if J-Mo is okay.
Right.
And then if he's not, they put him on the IL, he's done. They bring back Heaney, he starts that game hoping. If it doesn't matter.
Whoa.
If it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
if it doesn't matter.
If nothing. I think it's going to matter either way, though.
I think it'll at least matter for seeding.
Yeah.
Right?
Like because if they tie the Red Sox have to have the leg up on them.
And if you're just tied and you are the 2 teams, there's not like a playoff to determine the home team. It's that one I know for sure. It's just.
I think all 3 of these
head.
Yankee games are going to matter. So that gets a little scary this weekend. It's going to be fun. It's going to be chaos. Like what? The Orioles, Nats, and Angels, whose season is over, but like actually wants to play spoiler. Out of those teams, is it the Orioles? But they probably have the worst matchup, like in Toronto.
Like the idea of playing spoiler the most, but them having to go to Toronto to get the season over. They could be just over it.
Yeah, I mean,
Nats,
going to Toronto.
Nats, it's young pitchers trying to prove themselves, so they're playing for something. And Soto
It's
has an
in
MVP
Washington.
case.
That's interesting.
So they're probably the most straight up.
Seattle is, if they're in LA, no, they're home. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Seattle home versus LA, Toronto home versus Baltimore. The Red Sox kind of have the worst matchup of those 3 at Washington.
Mm-hmm. At Washington.
Again,
so
all these, I get it. All these
MVP
teams
case.
kind of stink, but we're sorting
when
through
we're
that.
comparing the stink.
Yeah. Big time. And
That's what my buddies and I did in middle school.
tonight's Yankees game. Man, Yankees-Jays. Watch tonight's Yankees-Jays game. I guess that's what I'm saying. Okay, that is the baseball. The NL Cy Young is up for grabs. If Corbin Burns can have a couple clean innings against the Dodgers this weekend, whoo doggy. Poppy Gordo will be dancing. Let's talk some football. Tonight, Cincinnati plays Jacksonville in Cincy. Cincy has a chance to go 3-1. I think they're like a touchdown favorite. They were my last bet I placed the last time I was in New Jersey. So I believe in them. And, man, and by the way, if Jamar Chase scores another touchdown, he's entering, like, rare.
Like, okay, he's about to be one of the special ones.
Like a dude.
As is, he's the first receiver to catch touchdown each of the first 3 games.
Yeah, I mean,
Or is it, I think it was like 20-yard touchdowns or something.
Yeah, it's probably something like that. There's probably a spin. But, man,
I saw a tweet.
3 games, he's got 4 touchdowns. Like, he is the real deal right now. Joe Burrow completing 70% of his passes. Good for him. We'll see if Trevor Lawrence, at some point, he's going to take a step up. Still very early for him. Don't really believe in Urban Meyer. Might be a good flip tonight. Might not. I'll be honest with you.
The highlights will be...
Should be good highlights. Fantasy implications. Sunday, Bloody Sunday. All the baseball games start at 3:05, so just a reminder for that. So you can watch a lot of the 1 p.m. football. Washington, Atlanta, no.
Pass.
Not going to watch that. Washington's defense, it was supposed to be special. I think they're ranked like 31st right now. Falcons have a chance to like get to 500. It's interesting. I think both those teams can get to 500, or one of them is 1-3. Yeah. Houston at Buffalo. You heard me last episode. I'm back on the Buffalo bandwagon. Houston's been pesky this year, but they still don't have a quarterback, I believe. Tyrod's hurt. They played the rookie last week. Buffalo, big, feels like. Chicago, they played Detroit. Boogity. Chicago have a win? They beat the Bengals last week. They are 1-2. The Lions are winless. We've talked about them. That field goal, 66 yards from Tucker. Otherwise, they'd be 1-2. That game would be so much more exciting for Detroit. They can win that. I'm kind of rooting for Detroit. They deserve a win at this point. They've been fun. How about them Cowboys? They host the Panthers. That's interesting. Panthers are 3-0. Probably not like 3-0, but...
Among the 3-0 teams...
Right.
Probably.
Might be everyone's least favorite 3-0 team. At Dallas, and Dallas just got a lot of love. And something that might be sneaky, if you're in the sports gambling space, Carolina played the Thursday night game last week. Dallas played the Sunday night game. So 3 extra days of like game planning and rest in the NFL, I think that's kind of a big deal. Especially, I think the coaches here, nobody really likes McCarthy. A lot of people like Matt Rule. So Dallas being sexy right now.
Dallas is 4.5-point favorites right now.
I believe in what I just said.
Panthers have been beating spreads all year.
That's all they do. Spready Bridgewater.
I've been placing $10 bets every NFL Sunday, and it's been one against the Jets and then one for the Panthers every week.
And he's been making money, people. Gambling.
It's a freebie, DraftKings.
Miami, Indianapolis, not watching. Is one of those teams going to go to 500? Have the Colts won?
Colts are 0-3.
Jeez. They need that in a big way. Wentz playing with 2 sprained ankles. I have no idea in that game and don't care at all.
Yeah. Dolphins would love to go to 2-2.
Tua might be out. His ribs got knocked up. They played Brissett last week.
Out.
He's out.
Brissett against the Colts.
Redemption game. Okay, now I'm back in. Don't care. Minnesota hosts Cleveland. That feels like a good football game. Everyone really likes Cleveland. Minnesota just got a big win against Seattle at home. Dalvin Cook looking like he's going to play, although Madison, his backup, is really good. I think that's a good football game. I think that's my number 1 football game so far.
I think
Browns,
the rest
Vikings.
of the time slot, at least that time slot, I think that's the one.
BBD's Giants play at New Orleans. I'll check in. If they're within a touchdown in the third quarter, I could be interested, but man.
Wish I wasn't going to watch a lot of that game.
Yeah, that's tough.
We'll be here. I'm good.
Yeah. Jets host Tennessee. They're so bad. They're going to get rolled up on. Tennessee's good. Although Tennessee does like laying an egg sometimes, so maybe it'll be close, but no way. No way, Jets. Kansas City at the Eagles. That'll be interesting. Casey's lost 2 in a row. They're 1-2. Philly looked pretty bad against Dallas. I could see Kansas City taking out what's happened the past couple weeks
ready
on
to begin
Philly.
their season.
Yeah, that feels like a tough break for Philly. You want Kansas City feeling good coming into that game, not bad. IMO. That's the 1 p.m. slate. Jeez. Wild. 4 p.m., Arizona versus Los Angeles Chargers. That's a good game. Trev's Matt Stafford. Trev will be in the building, so that's huge. Versus Kyler Murray. Couple early season MVP candidates going at it. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. That's a Fox game.
Teams.
Yeah, someone will get their first L. Kyler survived because of that missed Vikings kick, which again would change how differently would we look at the Vikings if they were 2-1. San Francisco, Seattle. That should be a great game. The Seahawks have just blown a couple games. San Francisco got their first L against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. That feels like it's coming down to the wire, and I can't tell you what happens, but I wouldn't bet against Russ dropping to 1-3. That's not what Russ and Pete Carroll have done up there. Baltimore, Denver. I hope that's a fun game. Denver gets their first test. Baltimore just survived the Lions, the 66-yard field goal to win it. I'm really interested to see. This is going to be a good test for the Broncos. They've looked good on both sides of the ball, but they've played bad teams. In Denver, I think that's kind of huge. If they win that game, there's going to be some serious Broncos fever, man. Bridgewater's been good. Pittsburgh at Green Bay. The Steelers look like they're dying, and hey, maybe I'm just leaning into it too hard. Every time it seems like the Steelers are about to die, they don't. That being said, it's in Lambeau. Packers have played really well the past 2 weeks. You could see that getting ugly. You could see Green Bay turning it on, but I think Watt's out too. Yeah, that's tough. When you click on the Steelers page, it's Damian Woody saying Big Ben is washed. So that's tough. That's not a good sign. It's really not a good sign. And then the game of the weekend, why sports are beautiful. Tampa Bay at New England. Tom Brady returns to New England. Antonio Brown is back. Former Patriots great. People forget that. Gronk returns. Tampa Bay is one of, if not the best team in football. The New England Patriots do not look like that. Everything we've ever heard about Tom Brady is that he's, Michael Jordan. He's as competitive as it gets. He's as pissy as it gets. The word is, he wants to make it look bad. And again, just whether it's facetiously, or literally, I wouldn't bet against Tom. I would not bet against Tom. Man. I just called the Cardinals, I called them the Chargers. They're the Rams. The Chargers, 2 LA teams. The Chargers play Monday night. My guy in the chat, who just said it? Was it Gab? No. Someone asked me to put respect on the Chargers' name.
Joe Hammond.
Joe Hammond. Here you go. They play the Raiders. The 2-1 Chargers face the 3-0 Vegas Raiders. Hope that's a fun game. I think the Chargers are a lot more talented and playing a better brand of football, and it's in L.A., but that's your Monday night game. So, anything else jump out there, Beeb?
Nothing about the football. We covered it all. I think we gotta get moving.
Yeah, we got to get moving. I'll give out a quick bruh. Devin Williams on the bruh. Can't do that. punches the wall. Will be out for the playoffs. That sucks. He's awesome. Cool dude. Tuesday Brews Day. One of the best changeups like ever. That sucks. That sucks. And Corbin Burns going for the Cy Young. So be my bro is I guess what I'm saying there.
And I'm also going to Milwaukee for my bro of the night. It's Keston Hiura.
Wow.
Just got recalled this morning, and he posted on Instagram his mom is in remission.
Wow.
She's going to come to Dodger Stadium this weekend.
Let's go. Mrs. Hura. Huge. I'm in Milwaukee, and I'm in the Cerveceros jersey with the chain. How about that?
And I did my Kelnick talking points. So
Yes.
guy at the Mariners game looked like me.
Yeah, that
Looked
was
a lot like
little
me
bit.
until you zoom in.
a little bit.
But
He had BBD vibes, hashtag.
mask helps.
Let's see. I'll bake the algorithm. I'll give some shout-outs. Joe Hammond, who just said give the Chargers some love, commented 2 days ago on the last episode. Jake, how long until you give the Chargers some respect? I think I just did. But if they lose to the Raiders, they're going to be 2-2. So just be careful with that.
Herbert's good.
Let's see. Drake Souza, Dream Ale wildcard game is Yankees Blue Jays. Blue Jays a more exciting team. Wow. RRR figured I'd bake the algorithm. Yep. Same with Fresh Juice. Man, Caleb Cox in the land of ifs and buts. If Acuna was healthy, World Series champs would be Atlanta. I don't think World Series champs, but we'd be talking about them a lot more seriously.
People would pick them.
A lot more seriously. All right, guys. Thank you. Watch everything on the John Boy Media Network. Rose Rotation. Is Giolito today? Giolito's back. JJR yesterday. Trevor Plouffe stepped in. We had a good elementary school draft. We got pretty silly on there. We got some watching plays coming out the compound. Ian Happ talking Nets, mansplaining baseball. Sequence with Trevor Plouffe. Check everything out on the network. That's the deal. If you didn't watch Weekly Dumb, what are you doing? Yeah, go Bronxy. Bake the algorithm. Show a friend. Go sports. Have a sports weekend.